Have you been looking for a way to cleanse and detox your body without having to take time off work, buy really expensive detox packages, have to suffer all sorts of symptoms and side effects? Well, in that case, look no further than Lionheart Herbs Cleanse Formula. The cleanse formula relates to the liver organ system. And the liver organ system relates to the liver, the gallbladder, the lymphatic system, to blood cleansing and fat metabolism. The key ingredient, a herb called Bupleurum, helps to clean out the liver, and then the rest of the ingredients are what are called blood cleansers. They will remove all the toxicity that's been built up in the liver and evacuate it safely from the body. Now, it's really important to have a clean, well-functioning liver for so many reasons. The liver helps to keep the body clean. The liver helps to keep the body's energy levels consistent. The liver burns the body's fat as fuel. Now, burning fat as fuel is really important. A lot of people, in fact most people, are used to burning carbohydrates as fuel. The problem with that is carbohydrate burning as fuel leaves an acid residue, and this acid residue throws the body out of balance. So in order to be in balance, a person needs to start burning more fat as fuel. Fat as fuel is amazing, it's long lasting, you get a hell of a lot more calories per gram from fat than you do from carbohydrate, and it will last you half a day, sometimes a whole day. If someone burns fat for fuel, they only need 1, 2, maximum 3 meals a day. If a person burns mainly carbohydrate for fuel, on the other hand, sometimes they need 3, 4, 5, 6 meals a day, sometimes, or certainly including snacks. So in order to burn fat, for everyone out there who's overweight or would like to lose weight, your body has to be used to burning fat for fuel. So if your body's used to burning carbohydrates or sugars for fuel, it's not going to burn fat for fuel when you run out of food, which is why if you go on a diet and you try and starve yourself, you still won't lose any weight, or you won't lose any weight in the long term. Did you know that 97% of people who go on a diet have regained all their weight and often put on weight within a year? This is because they're not really dealing with the fundamental problem. And the fundamental problem is an excess of toxicity in the liver. When the body is overburdened with toxicity, it will tend to cling to and hold on to fat. While if the liver is clean and able to deal with toxicity effectively and isn't overwhelmed, then it will start being able to efficiently burn fat as fuel. When it burns fat as fuel and it's used to doing that because that's the main energy source you give it, guess what happens when you run out of food? It will start burning your fat, your subcutaneous fat on your body. But if it's not used to burning fat, or if it's too overwhelmed with toxicity to burn fat, then it will just burn carbohydrate. First of all, it will burn carbohydrate from your muscles, and then it will burn the glycogen reserves in your liver. And then when it runs out, you'll feel faint and lightheaded and like you can barely move, and you'll end up eating a chocolate bar or having a stimulant. So what we're looking to do is build up the strength of the liver, cleanse it out nicely, so then it can start burning fat for fuel and we can start being efficient with our energy. So an excess of toxicity in the liver isn't the only reason why a person will have a lot of excess weight or why they'll have problems shifting and losing that weight, but it is one of the main reasons, and until it's dealt with, there's no way you'll really be able to effectively lose weight and keep that weight off. Another important factor is the kidneys. If a body is out of acid-alkaline balance, if there's a lot of excess acidity in the body will also store and really hold on to that fat in order to buffer that acidity, in order to contain that acidity. So if you're really looking to lose weight, I would look at building up the kidney strength so that it can balance the acid-alkaline system of the body, and cleansing the liver of all toxicity so it can start to burn fat for fuel. That's a recipe guaranteed for success. So I talked in the introduction about how important it is to have a free flow of energy throughout the body. The liver is actually the organ responsible for maintaining that free flow of energy and for undoing any of the energy blockages which may occur throughout the body, particularly to the extremities. So if a person has cold hands or cold feet, that's a really good sign that their liver energy is weak, or that it needs looking at, needs working on with these amazing Taoist tonic herbs, particularly this cleanse formula. How would we tell that a person had a good, strong, balanced liver, other than the fact that they'd be burning fat for fuel? Well, one of the things is they'll have a good creative impulse. They'll have enthusiasm and joy, especially to experience new things, to go to new places, to meet new people. A good, strong, healthy liver person enjoys novelty, enjoys fresh experiences, enjoys excitement, enjoys adventure, really enjoys doing something they've never done before. So that's an excellent sign that your liver is healthy. On the other hand, a person whose liver is weak will often resist change, will feel really overwhelmed if they're not warned well in advance that something's going to happen. So that's a sign of a stuck and blocked liver. A particularly good sign as well of a blocked liver is when a person experiences a lot of anger or jealousy. Another benefit that we get from cleaning out our liver is to have consistent energy. Another one, which might sound strange, is to have stronger boundaries, so a clearer sense of what is and isn't right for us, and an ability to say no and an ability to hear no, whether it's people or the environment. Another thing is that when you have cleaned out your liver, your blood will be clean, and when your blood is clean, your skin will tend to have a beautiful glow. You'll tend to really vibrate and have vibrant energy, and that will be visible to everyone. And people ask you, what's happened? Why have you got such a healthy glow? And you can tell them, Lionheart Herbs. One of the main ways we can tell that we do have a very serious imbalance with the liver organ system is where we experience a lot of anger or a lot of jealousy in our lives. Now, anger tends to be more socially acceptable for men to express, and jealousy tends to be more socially acceptable for women to express. But regardless, these emotions really eat away at us. They really do us a lot of harm. I remember once coming across a scientific study where they tested a man's saliva before and after he got very angry, and what they found shocked them. When the man was really angry, the consistency of his saliva was poisonous. It was actually as poisonous as a poisonous snake or a poisonous frog. So this is what we're doing to ourselves every time we get angry, or every time we have resentment, or every time we have jealousy. We're actually creating an internal poison, and we're poisoning ourselves. So when you say a person spitting venom, this is not really an exaggeration or hyperbole. They literally have become venomous. So we really want to avoid that condition. We really want to avoid spitting that anger, that venom at other people, or swallowing that anger and that venom into ourselves, because either way we're doing damage. Now, am I saying you should repress your emotions or ignore your emotions or stifle them? Not at all. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that when we bring the liver back into balance, which we do by cleansing it and restoring harmony, then you will not feel these things so much anymore. Strong, healthy nails, another excellent sign that you've got a good, strong liver organ system. If your nails are brittle, if they break easily, if they've got spots on them or ridges, that's a good sign that your liver needs work. If you have good eyesight, you have no problems with your eyes, that's another excellent sign of a healthy liver organ system. If you tend to have red, swollen eyes, if you have conjunctivitis, eye infections, if you have dry eyes, that's another excellent sign that your liver is weak or that your liver needs work. And lastly, muscular tension. Any muscular tension you have throughout your body tends to be a sign of where there's those energy blockages, and those energy blockages are again down to a weak, blocked up liver. And particularly the shoulders, especially the right shoulder blade and the neck correspond to the liver. So if you have a lot of stiffness in your neck, or if you have a lot of tension in your shoulders, that's a really excellent sign that your liver needs this cleansing process. Now, unlike all the other formulas that we do at Lionheart Herbs, the cleanse formula is different because there is one ingredient which is not 100% tonic. It is in fact a medicinal herb, and that's bupleurum. This is the herb that cleans out the liver. And for that reason, we wouldn't want to be taking the cleanse formula for a very long extended period of time. And when I say that, I mean for years on end. And we wouldn't want to be taking massive quantities of it. So unlike the other herbal formulas where you can feel free to have as much as you like, with bupleurum, with this cleanse formula, you do want to stick to the instructions pretty much as they're written. Don't go overboard, don't have too much, and don't take it for longer than 90 days. Unless you've spoken to me and I've reassured you that it's going to be good for you to do, leave it at 90 days. By that time, your liver should have completely cleansed itself anyway. The liver, unlike the kidneys, is extraordinary in its regenerative powers. It can rebuild itself despite immense amounts of abuse. So within the 90-day money-back guarantee time period, you will have completely rejuvenated your liver, cleansed your liver, and you'll have this completely amazing new life as a result.